Alright, in this final video I'm going to walk you through the step 2 land cover analysis. And basically, at the end of the last video I was starting to point you in a different direction, and I decided to simplify the assignment and just kind of bring you in. I think it's helpful to understand where does this land cover information that you've just been working with come from. And it comes from a variety of sources. But the one we're going to work with right now, and what I just did is I turned off the, here's your forested buffer layer, is that I'm going to go ahead and have you go ahead and import. It's in your data folder, it's under step 2, it's called PR Whiskland. And you're going to see that it comes in with all these different values, and you're going to wonder, where in the world did those values come from? Well, on your assignment sheet, if you scroll down here, you're going to see that it comes from right here, right? It's the left-hand column, and then over here it says 101 is high intensity urban or developed area, right? 163 is forest land, it's red pine, right? And so these are specific land cover categories that have been developed for the state of Wisconsin, and this is available statewide. This data actually comes from about 1993. There is a brand new 2017 layer. It's amazing. It's also very, very large in size, and so it was starting to bog down the computer. What I'm asking you to do for this part of the assignment for step 2 is basically a 3-step process. In step 1, what you're going to do is that you're going to go in and you're going to use the reclassify tool to take this information from this raster. Always click unique when you come in here. Again, you're going to go and you're going to look at the appendix in your assignment sheet, and you're going to see that 101 and 104 and 105 are all urban. It's actually 105 is golf course, so I suppose you could make an argument it's something else. And then these are agriculture. And what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and match the same categories that I've set up here, and so agriculture would be 2, right? And more or less you're going to enter this all in manually. And you can click this if you want, change missing values to no data, but tell it where you want it to save. And what you're going to get when you're done with that is you're going to get a layer that looks like this. I've already gone ahead and colored it. You can see that I have everything from urban to forest to grassland to wetlands to agriculture and some barren lands in between. All right, that's the first step in this process. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for just a moment. Next thing I'm going to do is that you're going to have to go and take a look at the county map, because what we're going to do is we're going to break this watershed, this yellow boundary, up into 3 pieces: a lower part, an upper part, and a middle part. And the way that we're going to do that is that you're going to first create a selection of this county, and you may have to review skill development number 1 to get that, to remember how to do that. So this is what you're going to use to go ahead and clip out this lower portion of the county, right? And you'll create a polygon there. The next step in the process is it actually asks you to go ahead and create a new shapefile. And there's another video that can give you a little bit more detail on this, but creating a shapefile is a relatively easy process. You can tell it you want a new shapefile. I'm just going to call this as my upper boundary cutter. Sure, why not? I tell it I want a polygon. The one thing that you do have to do is that you have to go ahead and tell it what projection coordinate system you want. And so I'm going to actually go ahead and click on import. And realistically, I can go to my assignment, capstone, activities, skill development number 2, into my data folder, into step 1. I'm just going to click on any of those layers, and I'm going to click add, and away we go. And you'll see I have a new upper boundary cutter put in here. The next thing I've got to do is that if I want to edit that, I've got to turn on the editor toolbar, and I'm going to tell it start editing. I'm going to look through this whole giant pile of layers that I've got, but upper boundary cutter that I just created, I'm going to click OK on that. That's fine. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click on it, tell it I want a polygon. Now, last step in this process is what I'm really trying to do is I'm trying to draw where Highway 29 cuts through our watershed. And you guys don't know where Highway 29 is. So one way to find it is to turn on my labels on my highway layer. So I label those features, and I'll point it out to you here real quick as we zoom in. You're going to see Highway 29 right through the middle of the watershed. So we're basically going to create a polygon, and you can be a little bit more careful about this than I am. And you're going to draw because we're just going to clip out this top portion, once you've drawn the 29 corridor correctly, you don't have to be real accurate. You just got to draw something. Double click on it. I'm going to go back to my editor. I'm going to say stop editing. And now, if I move it, yes, save my edits. And now I should be able to cut out the top portion. The last step involves a union that'll get you in the middle. And so I'll let you kind of figure that out on your own as you go through the process. And then finally, what you're doing in the last stage of this process for this assignment is that you're going to go in and use, it's called Extract by Mask. And basically, it's a raster tool. So anytime we're trying to cut out something that's image-based, like a land cover grid, in order to do so, what you're going to do is you're going to take those upper, lower, and middle boundaries you just created, and you're going to do Extract by Mask for each one of these. Then what you're going to do is you're going to open up the attribute table. You're going to see that the value, and it's this column, the values 1 through 8, have a count. And what that is it's the number of 30 meter by 30 meter, so 900 square meter cells within that layer that are classified as urban. The assignment will help you take that out to Excel and create some statistics for the upper, the middle, and the lower, and you'll be done with the assignment. I hope this helps.